So let me ask you a question, Dan. What did you think about the High Times New Jersey entry and presence with the whole cup? Obviously, we saw you there for the broadcast. You came and sat down and said hi to us, which we were so thankful for. What did you think? I know a lot of people are very thankful that High Times has come to New Jersey. I think there's others who didn't think that the program ran the way it's supposed to, and others that maybe
Yeah.
outright have problems. What's your take on it? What did you think it meant for New Jersey, and how did you think it went?
Oh boy, big questions there. Yeah, and like there's definitely people on both sides of the issue. I think it's like a really interesting thing. Like they definitely did seem to pick like right by like MJ Unpacked, which also has a cup, and like did their cup like last year and had a party on the Steel Pier last year, and I was then back in Atlantic City for.
Hmm.
But then like High Times is like an institutional brand that's like was like something that was like beloved by like a lot of people and then like went away when like a lot of people then like came into like the void and like in different ways and different mediums and talked to like younger audiences and niche audiences and so that's always like interesting and like what went through like a company and like you want to have values, sometimes you have values, sometimes you don't. It was called like at the High Times Cup, like people even the people that will defend it did say it was called. Like I'm very glad I had my black sweater like under my leather jacket that night. Like
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
was
went back to
prepared.
the car and did like the 80 feet like from Harold and Kumar. Like God damn it, this is the worst.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
a
Well,
little
put
cold.
mine on the boardwalk, but that 80 feet back to the car, my God.
it was so cold. At least you can move around. I was just sitting in the chair. I was freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
I had my hood up, and I was trying just not to think about it. It's like, don't think about it. Just keep talking. Just don't think. It was pretty damn chilly out there. Um, you know, are you? Did you? We did one of the kits. We did the hybrid infused pre-roll kit, and evidently we did pretty good. We're supposed to get our score, but the one we picked for the winner was the number one winner. So I feel like
Oh, you did? Oh man. Nice.
I felt like we did okay and we were on track with it. I kind of like the fact that it's a People's Award because I remember going to Cup events in California, in Colorado, and I remember saying, man, like the stuff that these guys are judging isn't accessible unless you know somebody.
That's true.
You couldn't
Right. There's definitely like a couple models. Yeah.
you couldn't try it, and so you just had to, you were living off of
Off
like
the story,
or just like
the
or
aura.
was someone like Dan who did get a chance to try it and he wrote in an articulate, really descriptive way what it is that somebody. But that's not the same as you being able to stop at the dispensary, pick some up, and then put your own score in, which I think
Right.
was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I did like as like a member of the press, like I was talking to them and it was like fun. So I was able like through being a journalist, I got indica flower kit from authorized dealer in Jersey City. So like I got to that. None of the people like I wanted one, but I also didn't get to the kit that way
Okay.
because like the smoke. Some of them did only put in like a gram. I think there was a couple eighths in there. So it was like a lot to go. Like I like Roman Brothers cookies and Bass River Broads. They did not win Indica Flower. I forget who did. Like we had Clay Nine actually. I think took it.
Okay.
As like the best picture was like first place that way. So that was interesting. So yeah, so like people definitely voted for this, but we don't know how many like votes there were. So that's always like interesting.
Yeah,
Like
that'd
if
be
like
nice to
I'm
know the
like I am
numbers.
like a yeah, it's always like the thing because like I do cover like Hudson County politics in Jersey, and we actually just had like an election this night or the other night. It was like 6,980 votes to win the mayoralty of Bayonne. So it's like okay, so that's interesting, like the numbers that way. But then you had like MJ Unpacked then does like the opposite, where it's just like these are ganjiers. This is like the Supreme Court, where these are like the experts of weed, like the cannabis people. They love weed.
Yeah.
They talk about the Ganjier Guild. It's like I'll say that to say this is a different model that could work
No,
that way.
but
So yeah,
here's the really cool part. I actually looked at the winners on both sides. There's a good bit of overlap. I mean, when you look at like
yeah,
Onyx, There's a good deal. Like, so the public and the ganjier, they seem to overlap. Some of them, like, they all agree on certain things that, like, they said, yeah, this was the best of what was here.
No doubt, like in our package,
Yeah, it's always interesting. Hmm?
yeah,
No, go ahead.
like the Growfather, right? We like the Growfather. He won the indica,
Yes.
infused, and I have to tell you, I was fortunate enough to go to Jersey and get a kit myself, and that was clearly the favorite, and it won. It just stuck out. It just hit.
It was
So
it.
some products, some brands just got it going on.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.